Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So in this video we will discuss about what is the use of kubectl describe and kubectl explain in Kubernetes. So let's start it with the kubectl describe. So kubectl describe allows you to view detailed information about a specific resource in your cluster such as pod deployment or service. So this command provide information such as resource current state, its desired state, events and metadata. Kubectl describes a command in Kubernetes that you to view detailed information such as specified resource in your cluster. This command provides information such as resource, current state, desired state, events, and metadata. This command can be used to inspect various resources such as pod, service, deployment, and the output of kubectl deploy provide a comprehensive overview of resource status can help you understand what is happening in your cluster. And kubectl explain is a command in Kubernetes that provides detailed information about the fields and subfield of a specific resource type. It is useful for understanding the structure and meaning of resource specification, including all available fields and their purposes. The command will return a list of all available fields for the pod resource along with a description of each field and its purpose. You can also use kubectl explain to view the field of specific sub resource such as the specs or status section of a resource. Uh, for example, kubectl explain pod.specs. Kubectl explain is a valuable tool for learning about the structure and composition of resource in Kubernetes, which can help you understand the specify resource in your manifest. So these commands are also useful for troubleshoot and monitoring the state of your cluster. So let's get started with the demonstration part. So firstly, you have to write kubectl get pod, which will show the running status of the pod. In the next command, you have to create pod like uh, kubectl run pod. So in my case, I'll pick an image from the Nginx. So you can see that it is created. So the next one is kubectl get pods. So these are pods which are in running state. You can see on the screen. So we will check the node kubectl get node, which will show that the status is ready and the name of the node is minikube and the node is low control plane and the version it will showing. And the next is kubectl get po 0 wide, which will show the name of the pod which is in running state or not, IP address as well as node and the nominating node. So these pods are in running state. You can see clearly see under the ready there is one by one, which means this is in running state. So you can easily go with the YAML files. So here is YAML and Also for the JSON, it's totally up to you. You can choose YAML as well as JSON. So the next is kubectl explain. So the kubectl explain command in Kubernetes that provides detailed information about the field, subfield, and specific resource type. It is useful for understanding the structure and meaning of resource specification, include all the fields and their purpose. Uh, you can also use kubectl explain to view the fields and specific sub resources such as the specs or status section of a resource. Kubectl Explain is a valuable tool for learning about the structure and composition of resources in Kubernetes. So the next is kubectl Describe. So this kubectl Describe is a command which allows you to view detailed information about a specific resource in your cluster. So you can clearly the view details information about this resource like name, namespace, node, labels, etc. So it will give the view detailed information of the resources so you can clearly understand what is happening in your cluster. So yeah, that's all. Hope you like it. Bye bye. Take care.